Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the great Puckettini, and what I got for you tonight is I'm breaking these Texas A&M Aggies down, and I'm gonna tell you they're a heck of a team. You know, Arkansas is gonna have their hands full this week. A&M is really good. They're loaded with a lot of great talent, and we're just gonna have our hands full. But I think Coach Petrino, they played well versus Tennessee, and Coach Petrino is who we should hire, hands down. He is much better coach than Dan Mullen. I read something about Dan Mullen wants the job bad because Dan Mullen's not any good. And watch my video and you'll see what I showed, how I show how he did at Florida and how he did at Mississippi State. Those are two programs that should be winning big. Florida for sure. If you can't win at Florida, you're no good. I'm sorry, but you're not. And Coach Petrino was really good, and he's the man that we should hire for this job. No questions asked for me. But anyway, here we go. Let's get into it, and let's break down these Texas A&M Aggies here. Now, first off, their head coach is Mike Elko, who they just hired him in 2023 to a 6-year deal. He's making $7 million a year. Boy, that's a lot of money. He got A&M to an 8-5 record last season, 5-3 in the SEC. They are 6-0 overall so far this year. They're 3-0 in the SEC, and they're ranked number 4 in the AP poll. Now, and this shows you how stupid these preseason rankings are. You know, they were unranked in these preseason rankings, and now they're 6-0 and they're ranked number 4. How do you go from being unranked to number 4 in the country? I mean, that shows that these polls are absolutely ludicrous. We shouldn't have them. They're a waste of time, I guess, just for people to talk about. But it's getting a lot of coaches and people in trouble because their fan bases are thinking they're all this, and they're not, because they're looking at these stupid rankings. And anyway, like Texas A&M, how can you go from unranked to number 4 in the country in 6 weeks? It's just crazy. But anyway, they're really good. Now, Coach Elko is known for his defensive discipline and physical balanced football, which he is doing this season for sure. Now, Colin Klein is their offense coordinator, and he joined Texas A&M in 2024, so this is going on his second season. He's a former Kansas State quarterback and 2012 Heisman Trophy finalist. I remember when he played, remember him well. Now, he was Kansas State's offensive coordinator as well. They averaged over 446 yards per game and about 38 points per game in 2023, so very explosive offense. So he knows what he's doing. He blends zone read concepts with vertical passing in their scheme, and he does that. He has a lot of zone reads with old Marcel Reed. He's got a bunch of good running backs, and when they throw the ball, they throw it down the field, and I'll show you their stats here in a little bit. Now, in 2025 so far, they're averaging 35 points per game, which is a whole bunch. Now, Colin Klein is known for his quarterback development and tailoring his schemes to his personnel. His quarterback right now is Marcel Reed, who's, a dual threat, has that skill, but he don't run as much as you think he does. But he can. They have some design runs for him, but he don't run a whole lot. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. All right, next up is Jay Bateman, their defensive coordinator. He joined A&M in 2023. He coaches linebackers. He's known for his creative blitz packages and linebacker development, and you can see those crazy blitz packages when you watch them on film. They line up straight across the line, about 7 or 8 of them. Linebackers up on the line, they're mugging. Sometimes they'll run back, and they'll blitz a corner. They blitz people from everywhere. He has very creative blitz packages. The offensive line has got to be able to communicate and Taylor Green and know where the blitzes are coming from. Now, Bateman was a finalist for the 2018 Broyles Award, which is for the nation's top assistant. Hopefully all of the Arkansas fans know that. He helped Army's defense climb from 91st to top 10 nationally. I mean, you have an Army in the top 10 defense. You got to be good knowing what you're doing. Now, Elko actually shares defensive play calling this year, which is kind of crazy, but maybe that's why they're really playing well this year. Their defense is ranked number 9 nationally, and they're dominant on third down. They're only allowing 2 conversions out of 37 so far this season on third down. So, man, that's unbelievable. That's a really good stat there for them. And their linebacker unit is really talented. They're ranked number 6 nationally, and their defensive line is among the top 15. So you see, they have a very good defense as well. They're a very well balanced team. Now, so far this season, they began unranked, like I was saying, but now they're 6-0, 3-0 in SEC, and they're ranked number 4 in the Associated Press poll. I mean, that's crazy. How can they go unranked? It just shows that these people doing these polls have no clue what they're doing. Now, they score about 35 points per game, and they allow 20 points per game, which, you can score some points on them if you can slow them down a little bit. And I think Arkansas can do it because they were not any more explosive than Tennessee. And we slowed them down. They were averaging 50 points a game. We held them to, 34 or something like that? So, hey, we showed our defense can play. And our offense run the ball, keep the ball from them a little bit. And we got to do the same thing versus Texas A&M. Now, so far they've beaten Texas San Antonio, who has the coach there, Jeff Traylor. They say is maybe one guy we might hire at Arkansas. Should be Bobby Petrino. They beat Utah State. They beat Notre Dame in a barn burner, 41-40. That's a little bit scary. They beat Auburn 16-10. Auburn kept it a low-scoring game, and they played them other than Notre Dame pretty close there. They beat Mississippi State 31-9. They beat Florida 34-17. And then that's Billy Napier. Some people say, oh, we ought to hire Billy Napier. Whatever. Billy Napier, he's no good. If you can't win at Florida, guys, you can't win anywhere. If you can't win at Florida, Florida State, Miami, South Florida, Central Florida, you're right there in the recruiting hotbed. I mean, where do you have to go to recruit if you're right there in Florida? Nowhere. If you're a good coach, you win there. If you can't win there, you're not going to come to Arkansas and win, I promise you. Okay? It's a lot harder to recruit at Arkansas than it is one of those Florida schools. So, hey, that's the truth. Now, their remaining games, they're going to play us. Then they got LSU, Missouri, Texas, South Carolina, Samford. So they got a pretty tough schedule still left to go. Now, their offense, what I looked at here, I kind of their offense averages about 458 yards per game, and they're pretty balanced. 193 rushing, 265 passing. But that 458 yards per game equates out to about 31 points per game is what they should be averaging. And they're averaging about 35, so that's pretty close. For every 100 yards, you think that's 7 points is the way we always figured it when I was coaching everything. And then their defense allows 330 yards per game, which is a lot. So they're averaging, they give up about 24. So you see 31-24 should be about what their scores are. That's average. So Arkansas right there, that shows that they're going to give up some points. If you can slow them down, and I'll talk about a little bit more about what we need to do. It's just like Tennessee, pretty much the same thing. Now, their quarterback is Marcel Reed, and somebody that Bobby Petrino knows well. He worked with him, talked about him in his press conference the other day. Marcel is 6'2", 180, good height, but he's a little bit underweight. He runs about a 4.6 40, which is good, but it's not blazing. So, he's a decent runner, but he's not just not like Talon speed, for sure. He's a sophomore quarterback. He's emerging as an SEC star, but you can trick him. He's still young. He has 102 completions on 170 attempts, which is 60%, which is okay, but nowadays that's kind of low. And he's thrown for 1,400, almost 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. So that's a pretty good ratio. You like it to be 2-to-1, and he has that. He's a little bit better than that. But he still will throw the ball up and throw some picks. So if we can get some pressure on him, he'll throw it up. He averages about 9 yards per attempt, which is not too high. Usually you see that higher than that. It seems like when you look at their stats, they either throw it really short or deep. They average about 248 passing yards per game. He adds about 186 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns, which 186 rushing yards in 6 games is only about 30 yards per game. So he's not running a lot. He's not. Now, they have some design runs for him. I saw it against Florida. And but he don't run just a whole lot. He does have that dual threat skill that can extend drives. If everything's covered, he can tuck it and run, so we don't need to get behind him. Defensive line has to stay in front of him, and then do not let him out of there. So make him sit in the pocket and throw the ball is what I think. Almost don't rush him. Stay in front of him. Get your hands up and don't let him tug and run it and extend a drive. Now, his efficiency rating is 152.21, which is among the SEC leaders. I just read that. I don't know where he ranks, but I just heard it was among the leaders. He's a poised passer with explosive mobility, is what I kind of put there. He does have mobility, but at 4'6", he's not just a burner. We have a lot of guys in our defense that are faster than that, so they should be able to track him down. Put a spy on him if we need to, whatever. I think this defensive coaches we have can come up with a good game plan, because they did versus Tennessee, did real well. Held them to under 14 or 15 points under their average, somewhere in there. So I really believe in those guys. They did pretty good. All right, their backfield depth. Boy, they have some good running backs. I'm telling you. Le'Veon Moss is a hoss. He's 5'11", 210, runs a 4'4", 240. That is NFL prototype size and speed. He will be in the NFL playing, I guarantee you. So far this year, he's at 70 carries. He's averaged about 5.56 yards per carry, which is really good. He has 6 touchdowns, and he's returning from a knee injury last year to lead the backfield this year. He's leading in carries, almost double the next guy, who's Reuben Owens. Reuben is 5'11", 200, very good size and speed there at 4'4", 540. Really just a big, fast guy. I mean, they're both very good running backs. Similar to Notre Dame's. I think Notre Dame's are a little better as far as production, but these two guys could be just as good as them. Owens averages about 5.8 yards per carry on 56 carries. He's an explosive back. Like I say, he's complementary to Moss, which are both about the same type of running back, really. And then Jamarion Morrow, he's 5'9", 180. He's a little bit smaller, 4.4 speed. And he's, has a receiving touchdown. He had some versatility there. But they've got a loaded backfield. They're scary. We've got to populate the line of scrimmage, take the running game away, make Marcel drop back, take away that running game where they can't hurt us on play action. And then our front four's got to play well. Linebackers got to play well. We've got to stuff the run. Usually you overpopulate the line of scrimmage so you win on numbers, but then your secondary guys have got to cover. That's a lot of what we did versus Tennessee, and we held up pretty good. Did pretty good with it. All right, the offensive line, I think I read that all 5 starters are returning. I didn't really dig into that deeper, but I thought that was something important. Their big left tackle is Trey Zun III, however you say his name. He's 6'6", 319, which is great size. He runs about a 5'2", 740, which is really good speed for that size, and he is a veteran blindside protector, so it's going to be hard to get pressure on him. That's why I say overpopulate the line of scrimmage, let him drop back, and when he has to drop back pass, he only completes like 50-something%. But if he passes off a play action, he completes like 70% of his passes. So we got to overpopulate the line, stuff the run, and then make Marcel drop back and pass the ball. And if we do that, it will really help us, and it will really stress Marcel Reed. Their receivers, like I said, they got 2 really good ones in Craver and Concepcion. Craver is undersized. He's 5'10", 160, runs a 4.47, so that's really good speed. He has 32 catches for 634 yards, which is a whopping right at 20 yards per catch. I mean, that's a lot. 4 touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. So this guy gets down the field. He's got really good speed, but he's at 5'10", he's not really undersized. 160 he is, so you should be able to get up and push him around a little bit. And then Kevin Concepcion is 5'11", 190, a little bit bigger, 4.42 speed, really good speed, good size too. You like receivers to be in that 6'2 range, 6'1 range, so he's right at it. 28 catches, he averages 16 yards per catch, which is a lot. He has 5 touchdowns. He also runs the ball. So they run a lot of fly sweeps, speed sweeps, whatever you want to call them. And then their big tight end is Theo Milan Ostrom. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I didn't see him do much versus Florida. He's 6'5", 250, and that's really good size. And Eddie has 4.75, 40. Very good speed for a tight end. And he has 10 catches for 72 yards and 1 touchdown. Then you have Terry Bussey. He's more of a return man, but he's 5'11", 185, 4.4, 240. He has 9 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown. But like I say, he's more of a return man. But their 2 big receivers are Craver and Concepcion. Them 2 are their 2 go-to guys. And they have about the same. You know, Craver has 32 catches. Concepcion has 28, excuse me. All right, let's hop over to the defense. Or defensive linemen. Boy, they got some studs over here, I'm telling you. And their defense is among the best in pass disruption. I mean, they're really good. Cassius Howell, you'll see him when I show the Florida video. He had a sack or 2 there. He's 6'3", 245, which is great size. 4'6", 240, great speed. This guy is prototype size and speed. He has 9 tackles for losses and 8 sacks in 6 games. So we've really got to protect Talon from him. We've got to run the ball, be able to run it successfully, and then play action off that, which Talon throws the ball well and drop back or play action. But the play action will slow these guys down and make them at least look at the run before they just ears back coming after Talon. So we need to be able to run the ball to keep these guys off of us a little bit, similar to how we did versus Tennessee. Now, Dayon Hayes is 6'3", 265, 4'8", 340. Man, another great athlete. 11 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. So not too many sacks there. Howell has most of them. TJ Searcy, 6'5", 255, 4'7", just great size and speed. They rotate him in to rush the passer, and he's good at it. So they have great size and speed there. Excuse me, it was a late night tonight, and I'm trying to do this. I want to get it out there before it gets too late, but so you guys can see what we're going to go up against. And then you have Albert Regis. He's 6'2", 305. He's a defensive tackle. Runs about a 5'1", 40, which is great size and speed there too. He has 26 tackles and 2 sacks. You see, man, they're loaded in the defensive line. Linebackers are loaded here too. They have Tarian York. He's 5'10", 227, about a 4'6", 40. If anything, he might be a little bit undersized. We can run right at him, and that's what we're going to need to do. I don't know if we can get to the edges, but we just got to run right at him. York has 39 tackles, 4 tackles for loss and 1 sack. Damian Sanford, 6'2", 230, 4'6", Man, that's good size and speed. He's really good too. He's got 27 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 1 interception. So a lot of good production there. And then you got Jordan Lockhart, too, who rotates in. He's a freshman. He's 6'3", 230, 4'6", really good size and speed. Like I say, he rotates in. Our linebacker unit is ranked number 6 nationally. So very good group of linebackers there. We can't let them know that when we're in obvious passing situations, we got to be able to keep the down and distance where we could run or pass. If we get to where it has to be a pass, we're in trouble because they got some guys that can really rush the passer, and they're going to make it hard on you. So we got to keep them down in distances where you can either run or pass. So for sure, that's a good group of linebackers there. Then their secondary, they have Will Lee. He's 6'3", 190, 4'5", 40. He has 3 passes broken up, which is, pretty good. Tyreek Chappelle, 5'11", 185, good size and speed at 4'5". Dalton Brooks, safety, 6 foot 190, 4'8", 40. I mean, these guys are just really, really talented. Then you have Marcus Ratcliffe. He's the other safety, 6'1", 200, 4'5", 40. And he has 3 passes broken up as well. So you see these guys, secondary, man, they got great size and speed and production. They're really good too. I mean, Texas A&M is just really, really loaded with good players. On offense, like I said, we got to be able to run the ball like we did against Tennessee in the first half and then play action off of that. Now, in the second half versus Tennessee, we got to where we could throw the ball better. And, if we can do that, let's do it. Let's be like water, like Bruce Lee used to say. We want to be like water. Whatever we need to do, we're going to do it and be successful. And that's what Coach Petrino does. He's a great coach. He should be our head coach. They should be named tomorrow. They should have a press conference and give him that job right now already tomorrow, or call it tonight. Give it to him tonight. I'm serious. He should be our head coach. Now, special teams. Their kicker is Randy Bond. And he's made 8 of 13 field goals. There's only about a 62% make percentage there, which is a little bit low. So that's good if we can stop him, make him kick some long field goals. Maybe he'll miss them. His long is only 49 yards. He is perfect on extra points. So, he's good at that. But he has missed a few field goals. So we've got to really make him kick deep ones, and maybe he'll miss some versus us. The punter's Tyler White. He's kicked 26 punts for a 45-yard average, and his long is 63 yards. So that's a pretty good job there by their punter. And then the return specialist is Terry Bussey. He's another guy that we do not want to really kick the ball to him. You see he averages 27.5 yards per kick return, and that's pretty good. You're getting out past that 25. He averages 16 yards per punt return, which is really good. You like them to have over 10. Excuse me. Which you would like to have your punt return average to be 10, and his is at 16. So we really don't want to kick to this guy. We want to kick it out of bounds, directional kick it, keep him over pinned up and tackle him. But he's a good one. He has 376 all-purpose yards in the first 5 games, so doing pretty daggum good there. And now our last slide, I believe, are just about is the key takeaways here from this slideshow, from what I'm trying to show you about Texas A&M, is that Elko has them at 6-0 and ranked number 4 in the country. This is a really good team now. Reed's a dual threat ability powers the offense. Their offense is averaging 35 points and 458 yards per game. Moss and Owens form a very strong backfield duo. These two are as good as the two from Notre Dame. Craver and Concepcion headline a dangerous wide receiver group. Remember, they're either throwing short or they're going deep, and those two guys can really go. Defense is top 10 nationally, and so that's that's a really good defense, top 10 nationally. And their special teams provides field position edge. So, especially with Bussey. Bussey's a heck of a returner. So those are my key takeaways. Texas A&M is really good, number 4 team in the country. But I'm excited. It's like Bobby Petrino said, he's excited, ready to play them, and I am too. I'm excited to see how they play. I think if they'll just hold on that rope and don't quit and keep fighting, they'll be okay. They got enough talent on there that Coach Petrino can get them in the right direction and hopefully get some wins. And their defensive staff seem to do pretty good too. But, defensively we got to overpopulate the line of scrimmage, stop the running game, and then we got to play tough man-to-man defense, be tight coverage, and and stop the run. And we may get hung out to dry some, but I think that would be our best way to win, just like we did versus Tennessee. It's a lot of the same stuff, I think. But anyway, we'll see how I'm correct or not. So I believe that's about all I got. I just want to thank you for watching. And please, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more Arkansas Razorback breakdowns. I do football, basketball, baseball. I do a little bit of everything that I know anything about. You wouldn't want me to do stuff on gymnastics or golf. I'm not a big golfer. But anyway, so hit this like button if you liked it, and then subscribe for more Arkansas Razorback videos. And then stay tuned for more analysis, game previews, and recruiting news, because I do that. I analyze Arkansas. I give game previews like I'm doing right now, and I give a lot of recruiting news. I love recruiting news. So if you would, please hit that bell. Turn on your notifications so you never miss a new video. So when I make a video, you'll know it. And want to, come back often, watch more videos. I have a bunch posted. I think I have over 300 videos. So I have a lot of good stuff there. So come on, sit down and watch some videos. Leave me a message. I love reading your messages. I swear a lot of you that leave messages for me teach me stuff. I learn stuff from you guys that I probably didn't know before. So, so please hit that notification bell, and that way when there's a new video. And I just want to thank you so much for spending time with me and watching this video. It's late and I'm getting really super tired, but I want to get this on here. I'm excited. I'm excited for Coach Bobby Petrino. He should be our head coach. We need to name him the head coach. He had him ready versus Tennessee. I believe he'll have him ready versus A&M. If he does and we play good, we need to name him as the head coach, even if we play bad. It was like last week. I don't care if we get beat 100-0. I think he should be the head coach. I really think he does. He gives us our best chance to win now and win in the future. He's got a lot of energy. Bobby's not ready to retire yet. He's got plenty of energy, and he says as long as he's having a good time, he's going to keep doing it. And he's a heck of a coach, and that's who I want to be our next head coach for sure. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching and for hanging out with me here. I got to get back over here to stop my video. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like I say, hit that like button. Please subscribe. And then hit that bell so you know when I post new videos. And, as always, just thanks so much for watching. And have a great day or a great evening whenever you watch this. And, as always, go Hogs.